I have worked in a number of treatment centers for 17 years in multiple states in a lot of different milieus with a lot of different approaches from holistic and religious focus to straight 12-step cognitive models across the board. The amazing thing about Recovery Boot Camp to me is that it understands that the most effective, the single most effective approach is the 12-step model, not as a pseudo-religious reality, but as a standalone therapeutic model that contains cognitive behavioral modification, dialectic instruction and didactic behavioral modification, and lessons in NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. It has, in and of itself, the three most effective therapeutic models that, when couched in what Carl Jung called moral psychology, has an amazing way to transform the human spirit. And on top of that, the true love of one addict to another, and one therapist to the client, and one client to another client, and the family feeling of RBC is what really I find appealing. It's like a really non-dysfunctional family where people are definitely family, but there's boundaries, definite boundaries, which is something we don't have growing up in dysfunction, right? We kind of see the love that occurs as only conditional when it needs to be non-conditional yet boundaried, right? And that's the beauty. There's a lot of self-realization, self-actuation, self-response, client-based assertion and watching each other's backs, as well as keeping them honest and having them stand for what they say. And I guess at the base, I love it because it is the place that is truly about unity, right? Sacrifice of petty desires for the betterment of the group, and in turn the group saves my life and I benefit from that. That's the circle of it, and that's what I love about it. On top of that, there's amazing therapists. The group facilitators are great. There's a lot of experience, a lot of understanding, a lot of personal knowledge, and a lot of education, and it all comes together in a beautiful package. Complete treatment. The fact that it's long-term, step-down, moderated diminishment of levels of care is what we know works. NIH for years has been saying long-term treatment works long-term, and that's the beauty of it. You start in a residence, you go into a PHP, you step down into IOP, you step down, and you remain on property in the environment, in the community of the treatment center, which is beautiful because people can stay there 9 months, a year and a half, and in that they develop this kind of familial reality where the people with more time inspire and help the people with less time, and it cycles, and it becomes a solid thing. Just, if you would go to the the alumni meeting, I've been doing this for so long. There's these little sayings that you hear all the time, and you show up at the alumni meeting, and there's 20, 30 guys that graduated 1, 2, 3, 5 years ago, and it makes it true. Well, you come back to visit or you come back to stay, and that's the beauty, because this place is that seed from which these relationships and spiritual development grows. It remains a part of the gestalt of that environment, and it also creates that familial reality where there's definitely a love and unity, respect, and bolstering of each other in confidence and help.